Buenos dias. Here I am with our writing prompt for March, is it 19th now?
Yep, 19th. Still 19th.
So this is your fourth day of e-learning. And my fourth day with Adrielle making these videos for you. I want to know a little bit about where do you like to do your e-learning while you're at home. I assume you're at home, but you could be doing it in other places. Do you have a table like we sometimes use at school? Are you using a rug? Are you working on the floor? Because I am. I'm just very used to it. Maybe in your bedroom. Do you do any of your work in your bedroom? Maybe laying in bed or maybe at the kitchen table. We did some games at the kitchen table this morning for one of our works. So where are you doing your e-learning? Where?
Could be literally anywhere.
Or where do you like to?
Where do you like to?
Where do you like to do your e-learning? The pencil. Yes, the lápiz. Lápiz, por favor. Adrielle is going to be out for a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah.
So she won't be on the video tomorrow, but I'm going to have a special guest surprise for you all tomorrow. If you want to copy this question down, that's fine, and practice your cursive. I hope you can see it. If you don't want to copy down this question, then you can just answer, and your sentence would be,
I like to do my e-learning blank. Where
can you give me an example?
Like, I like to do my e-learning on my couch in our living room.
Okay.
Something like that.
Beautiful example of a sentence, and Adrielle has given even a couple of details in there. I like to do my e-learning on my porch.
You can do that.
Now, what about something like in bed?
Yeah, I like to do my e-learning in my bed.
Okay. But in bed, those two words is giving us some information, but that's a phrase, in bed. We are looking for complete sentences. So good luck with that. I would love to read more about what you all are doing at home. And I have your word problems for today, Thursday. Giraffes. Oh, yes, giraffes. You know, first years, if you feel like researching giraffes at any point, tell me what you're learning about giraffes since we've been talking about them all week. Maybe some drawings, maybe some research. I have a set of encyclopedias over here. I kind of feel like pulling out that G and looking up giraffes right now.
You're doing that.
We'll think about that. I don't know if we'll have time. But for today, your problem says there are 100 giraffes traveling in a herd. That's a big herd. If 20 of the giraffes stop to drink, how many are left? I feel like it should say how many go on. It's not like they're left. If 20 of them are stopping to drink. And it says write a number sentence. You can take that up, Chisa, and if you want to sit up there. Okay, señor Aguila, mi borrador. Vamos a borrar.
Are you going to put the light back on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where's it with light?
Gracias. I love how I have seen that you all are labeling your work. So again, here's just an example. We want the date and what is the work? What is the activity?
Word problems.
Thank you.
March 8th. March.
De marzo. If there are 100 giraffes traveling in a herd, so we have 100. 20 of the giraffes stop and drink, so we have 20. How many are left?
This is a subtraction.
What do you think? Subtraction. Yep. If it had said how many in all, that would be adding the numbers all together, but we know this is a group of 100, and some of them are stopping to drink, so we are subtracting them. Now we have a group left. How many are left is subtraction.
So, can I hear something?
If you want to, can you tell me what a number sentence is?
A number sentence is like, it's like 2 plus 2 is 4. That'd be a number
It's an equation also.
Yes, an
Good.
equation.
So go ahead and tell me what we're subtracting.
You're going to do 100 minus 20.
100.
Because 100
minus
giraffes in
20.
total, and you're subtracting the giraffes that are drinking water.
You can set this up like this horizontally if you want. We're not going to say any more about it because we don't want to spoil your work.
I always do my work vertically.
Okay, and then as soon as you look at that, I'm going to move on to the second grade problem. Second graders, oh yes, you're working with Grandma on Grandma's birthday. Grandma had a big birthday cake. There were 53 candles on the cake. Grandma cut the cake into 50 pieces. How many pieces of cake were left after 37 pieces were eaten? Second years will also have the date and word problem. Hopefully you copied that down.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 53 candles on the cake, 50 pieces of cake, and 37 pieces that were eaten. So we're now dealing with 3 numbers in this problem. We have to figure out what's going on. And it just says show your work in the workspace and then give the answer. Where I like to start with a word problem like this, give the answer to what? We need to really specify what is the question. So did you show this yet? We're going to look for the question mark as you're also looking through the word problem. That is what we are trying to answer. So Adrienne, read the question only.
The question is, how many pieces of cake were left after 37 pieces were eaten?
Okay. That means we are worried about pieces of cake. That's all. We are not worried about candles because that word is not in the question. That was extraneous information. That's the first thing we need to figure out. How many pieces of cake were left after 37 pieces were eaten? Were left was just like giraffes, right? That's a subtraction problem. So we have 50 and we have 37 pieces of cake. We're going to subtract. Means we have to start with the largest number.
50. So 50 minus 37 because 37 pieces were eaten and there are 50 total.
And here is what your problem is probably going to look like.
50 minus 37.
I would suggest you pause this and work on it because I'm actually going to go through and solve this problem so that you can see an example. So work it out for yourself, and then as soon as you're done, play it again. So this is how we're going to solve this problem. When we subtract, I don't know if we should sing the song, but you know we're not going to sing it today. We always start with the units first. In this example, here are the units. We have 0 minus 7. And you can't do that because we have 0 units there. How can we take away 7? Well, we do have 5 tens. So we're going to have to break up one of these tens and use them to take away those 7 units. So if we take one of those tens, we're borrowing it. We're now left with 4 tens. I'm using this in red so that you can see how we're working it out. And of course, over here, we now put 10 units there. So now we can do 10 take away 7. So what's your answer?
10 minus 7 is 3.
Okay, we did the units. We'll move over to now the tens column. We have 4 minus 3. We can do that.
4 minus 3 is 1.
1, and there you go. And if you would like to, you can write 13 pieces
left, or were left.
Of cake.
Oh,
I'm just labeling what that number is for with your nice cursive handwriting. There you go.
13
enjoyed
pieces
that
of cake.
word problem. Okay, there you go. You can erase that one. We'll go to 3rd grade.
Águila.
Águila.
Señor
Águila. Borra, borra.
Borra, borra.
If you don't know what borrador is, it's in the morning meeting this morning.
Yes.
Okay, 3rd grade. We are still working on this sandbox. Okay, now Mrs. Odell has bought some sand for the sandbox. Each bag of sand weighs 50 pounds. She used 7 bags of sand. How much did all of the sand in the sandbox weigh? Okay, again, we're trying to specify what is the question. When it's asking us for the answer, we need to know what is the question. It gives us a clue over here for the answer. There's a blank pounds. Just hold that up there for just a minute, so I can read through it again. And then Adrienne, read what is the question.
The question is, how much did all the sand in the sandbox weigh?
That's why we need to figure out how many pounds. So we have, I'm looking through, we have 2 numbers here, 50 pounds and 7 bags. Pounds are not the same as bags. Each bag of sand weighed 50 pounds. She used 7 bags of sand.
So this is a multiplication.
Well, there you go. I was going to help. Okay. How much did all of the sand in the sandbox weigh? 7 bags, and they each one weigh 50 pounds. So we can't add 50 and 7 because bags and pounds are not the same thing. One way we could do this, however, is draw a picture. 7 bags, right? Here's a bag, 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 here's a bag. What, are you going out? Are you done? You had enough? All right, bye. Oh, that's 6 bags.
That's 6 bags of this.
Arthur interrupted me. I just drew a picture of 7 bags because there are 7 bags of sand.
Yeah.
Each one is going to be 50 pounds, not 50 bags. 50 pounds.
Oh, you work at a cool way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is all of the weight of all of the sand in pounds.
50 bags, or 7 bags.
And your answer has a blank, and then it does say right here, pounds. One way to do this is just to add all those up. Add 50 to 50 to 50 to 50 to 50 to 50 to 50. I got it. And basically, Adriel said multiplication because that is what multiplication is. It's repeated addition.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want, so you can add that 50 7 times, or you could just say 57 times, which is 50 times 7. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, do your work, and I am going to go ahead and go on and work through it and solve it for you. But I want you to do it first and then come back and check it. Hopefully it's green words. I don't know why it's going to look like Christmas. That doesn't work.
Oh, that's the one that's
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to set up an equation. 50 times 7. Correct? Mm-hmm. It's going to look like this. I'm going to set it up vertically like this, and we're going to go ahead and work through the multiplication. The first thing we do is 7 times 0. Adriel?
Mm-hmm. 7 times 0 is 0.
Is 0.
Because it's 0 times...
It doesn't exist,
yeah.
basically. The next thing we do is 7 times 5.
7 times 5 is 35.
35. Put you on the spot there, and you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just write down 35, and you can see now that we have 350 pounds.
So, yeah.
That will go down here in your answer, or in your notebook. 350 pounds.
You got your 5 zeros.
Thank you. And that was your writing problem today and your word problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I've covered everything for you. Yeah, please show me your work or send me a note. Send me some messages or comment down below.
Mm-hmm.
Like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Bye.